I stole a phone when I was in high school. This is bad. This is really bad. I don't know why I'm sharing this. My father made me start going to a private Christian school for high school. I was the only one of my friends that did not have a phone. But then at the same time, if I wanted to spend time with friends, I had to use my friend's phone to stay in contact with him. He was a fucking weird ass bitch. And you know the kids that he had in his second marriage got phones before they were even in the double digits. I was 16, like, begging for one, and they were like not even 10. By the way, this is nothing to do with you guys. If you're watching this, you didn't do anything wrong. So for my birthday, my grandmother, my mom's mom, she got me a prepaid cell phone. And even that, he lost his fucking mind over. Before I go on, I want to say I take full responsibility for what I did. I know I was 100% in the wrong. I guess my intention or my motivation behind it was I just wanted to be like my friends. I just wanted to be like all the other kids I went to school with. Around this time, my father and my stepmother, they purchased an indoor sports arena. Don't get crazy about it. It was nothing. I grew up in like a fucking farm town, okay? It was not what you're thinking. Okay, in the sports arena though was this little snack corner where we would sell like candy like Airheads, or we had like nachos and cheese or sodas. And on weekends, I would work it. Someone turned in a lost cell phone that was identical to mine. The difference is this one was not prepaid. This is the dumbest fucking shit I have ever done. I mean, there's definitely gonna be more dumb shit that I tell you about, but this was pretty fucking stupid. Weeks went by, it could have even been a month, where we were trying to get the owner of this phone to like come in and pick it up, and nobody ever came. So eventually I thought, okay, well, this looks identical to my phone. So you guys, my brain was not fully developed, okay? I was a teenager. I was like, okay, this phone looks identical to mine. Nobody's coming for it. I'm just gonna use it until it stops working. So I took the phone and I started using it. I guess the owner of the phone did wind up coming to the sports arena looking for it, and they lost their fucking shit, and like I didn't wind up finding out that until later. I think I had to have like some sort of thought process to what was going on, because I think I had a wherewithal, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but to be like, okay, I can't use this for more than a month and then I have to get rid of it. So I used it for a month. All the fucking time, all day, every day. I was most definitely calling those hotlines too, where you like talk to strange men, like for sure. But of course, the people that I was talking to and texting the most on this phone were my fucking best friends, as if you couldn't trace something like that. After a month went by, I had my best friend Mary. Hi Mary, if you're here. Mary took me to the mall, and I remember we went into American Eagle, and I walked in and said, hey, I just found this phone in your store. I was like, oh, they're just gonna find this phone and find the owner, and then they'll call them and they're gonna think it was like a random person using this phone, and like, I'm just gonna get away with this, question mark? That did not happen. The police wound up calling my house. The police first obviously called Mary to find out who she had been talking to all the time on the phone, which of course she told them it was me, and I don't blame her. I'm pretty sure she was not allowed to talk to me for a minute after that. I remember I called my stepmom because I was like, it's gonna be less scary telling her. She lost her fucking shit. My father was already physically abusive with us, me and my brothers. My stepsister had been moved into my bedroom upstairs. I was thrown down into the basement, of course, and then tried to paint like I was given this like glamorous rebuild, living in a freezing cold basement. This is all besides the point. I remember the sound of my father's steps when he came home, the door like flying open, and just hearing like dun 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 dun, like running down the stairs, and he picked me up by my clothes and threw me into a wall. The phone belonged to somebody's grandma or something. It was like for her to use in case of an emergency, so it was a bare minimum plan, and I ran up a $1,200 bill on the phone. My father made me get a job, which, you know, the punishment fits the crime. I think that's fair. I didn't even have a car. I lived in a small farm town, so it was anywhere he could drive me to, which was basically whatever fast food restaurant hires you first, that's where you're working. I have never told anyone this except for one of my best friends. I worked at McDonald's for 3 months. It took me 3 months to pay off that phone bill and going to school full time. I had to go to court. I forgot. I had like a juvenile, like parole officer sort of vibe. Whatever he was called, juvenile delinquents, like guy shows up to my house. It's my friend from school, Tiffany. It's her fucking dad. Anyway, yeah. I stole a phone.